the previous night of my wedding. Just thinking about the fact that you were going to come at 3 o'clock, I could not fall asleep. One makeup trend that you secretly hate.
The glass skin makeup.
Oh.
And we asked the doctor, gynecologist. She was like, "Oh, you are having twins." What is this? Me and my husband, when we saw, were like fully shocked. I still remember telling my mom, my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law was like, "What is this?"
Has there been an occasion where your daughters have put on makeup without you knowing and broke someone else takes out a paintbrush?
That's why I wanted to do the studio. She took my MAC lipstick and she was like continuously applying. When I saw that, I was like mad at her. I was like, oh. I wanted to be a lecturer. That was my dream. So I was not at all a person who does makeup.
You have to teach this to me, okay, today. And for all of viewers, later you will have to teach this.
Yeah, then I don't know what is happening around, okay? And I used to cry, I don't know why. My mom, she have never left anything. She have done everything.
Your mother is your inspiration.
Inspiration, yeah.
Wonderful. Hello viewers, welcome back to another glamorous episode of the Vikasit Way podcast, where we identify and recognize coastal talent one story at a time. This episode is specially brought to you by our nutrition partner Achil Cashews, bringing to you hygienically packed dry fruits and nuts since 1981, and our compliance partners Ease My Compliance. Today, as we celebrate mothers all over the world, we decided to bring to you a special young mother who is super talented, very creative, and an internationally certified makeup artist and stylist, Mrs. Priya Pavan Baliga. So let's welcome her on the Vikasit Way podcast. Mrs. Priya Pavan Baliga, a renowned makeup artist from Nammauru, Mangaluru, is an internationally certified makeup artist with over 8 years of extensive experience. She is now the proprietrix of Priya Baliga Makeup Studio and Academy in Mangalore and has worked with over 1,000 brides and 100 models. So, sit back and relax as we take you through this fun and realistic story. Hi Priyanka.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
You're good? Okay. Relax. Okay. So I can't believe that I'm finally meeting you today after my wedding, when you did my makeup during my wedding, right? It's been almost more than 2 months now, right?
Yes.
And I think those few days went by so quickly, I couldn't really share how I felt. So yeah, when I look back at the days, which for most brides is like the most special day of our life, I'm so glad I chose you because you took care of everything that had to be done. I did not have to worry about having to prepare something, keep my sari ready, nothing. You draped it, you had everything sorted. You have your own team who came, who looked after everything. So I think most brides have to consider this one factor that when you pick your vendors or when you pick your makeup artist, it always has to be the right person, someone that resonates with you, someone who makes you feel comfortable. And thank you so much for doing that for me. It
Thank you
lot.
for the trust.
Yes, always. So, as you know, we've known each other for many years now, right? So when I started my journey as a model and you also started your journey as a makeup artist, we have worked on a lot of shoots together and I have seen how you work. So most importantly, it is the humility of the person, right? So when you started your career and now you have like achieved a lot of success in your career, you have been constantly the same. Your nature has not changed, and that is wonderful.
Thank
So, yeah, how do you manage all of this?
Okay, so from the beginning of my career, I am very thankful to my guru, Usha Kamath, like Smita Kamath. She's the one who actually made me today how I am right now. So I have seen her working, like the plans, what she does, what preparations she does. and all the things what should be carried and what should be done on wedding day, and how to be calm and fast
Yeah.
to finish the task between the
Within the
time. Yeah,
muhurta, no,
yeah. So being with her as a student, I have learnt a lot. So about the work, if you ask me, I can tell she was the best teacher I have ever got to learn about the strategy, the plans before the wedding, what we should do with
So all the preparation,
preparation,
how to be ready
Yes.
is what you learned from her.
Yes. And about the artistic thing, it's always my parents. They are the one who always made me.
Are they artists?
Yeah, they are also the artists. Yeah. So
Oh.
they used to do all the craft items. Like my dad used to do Ganapati, and he's a painting artist also.
Wow.
My mom is. She have never. She have never left anything. She have done everything, whatever made with the craft, like toy making, flower making, knitting,
Crochet.
crochet. And she used to do the classes. So I have seen her managing students with the family.
Right. So she is
yeah.
your inspiration. Your mother is your inspiration.
Inspiration, yeah. Always.
Wonderful. So, something I want to share, like the previous night of my wedding, just thinking about the fact that you were going to come at 3 o'clock, I could not fall asleep.
Yeah.
There was so much stress upon that. I'm like, okay, now I'm going to sleep. So
even I was telling, because it's your wedding, even I was not sleepy, and I was also very excited, and like when to start the makeup, I want to be I want to do the best for you.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, but this happens to you day in and day out, right?
Yeah.
Every single bride, like every shoot. Every what do you say? Every project that you have to take up with every single bride is going to be very similar.
Same. Yeah, it's not like you, but you are. I know you personally, right? And the expectations what you have, at least you are not pressurizing me, but your crowd who is going to attend the wedding. I had that one thing in my mind. So
you were fantastic, and every single person has appreciated your work so much.
Thank you.
It's wonderful. So let's say now I did not wake up on time, or I would be sleeping. How would you feel? Like, do you get frustrated when that happens, or does that happen?
It was happening before, but nowadays I made sure I always tell my brides to be ready, and I accept. Nowadays I have started accepting whatever the situation is there.
Correct.
And I don't overreact on brides, because I know
how is difficult for them.
Yeah, also. Always, because see, for her, not only like wedding day, for her it's like more of emotional. Okay. She's leaving their house, parents, siblings, and the love what she was carrying, she have to she's leaving it. So she will have so much emotion in her. So I have to understand. She might be sleepy or not, or maybe tired because of previous events. Everything you have to understand, right? So I accept, and even if it is half an hour, 1 hour late, it's okay. I tell it's okay.
You'll be able to manage.
So I keep that extra 1 hour just to
buffer, to make sure that nothing like this
happens.
Always. That's good. So everything to us on the other side looks very shiny. Like, it's so glamorous. When we see all your reels, we're like, okay, wow, this is wonderful. But I think only you know, or your team knows the struggle behind it.
Correct.
After every single makeup, you have to go back, clean your entire makeup kit, and then you have to arrange everything for the next day. You have to take care of your family, your studio, your students, so many things that you do, right? It's not easy at all. And I think you've been managing it so gracefully, and I really hope this Mother's Day, a lot of mothers and women take inspiration from this and follow their passion the way you did.
Thank you. It's all not only because of me. I feel my team, my family, everyone is the responsible reasons for this.
Very nice. So I have known you as Priya Baliga, a mother. Like, once you became a mother, I've seen your kids when they were babies, but I have not known your past. I've not seen you before you got married, right? So how was your life before your wedding?
Before the wedding, So
before you became a mother.
Yeah. So I wanted to be a lecturer. That was my dream, and I had a little rough life during my PU days. So I had to rewrite my exams and I had to pass. Like I was not that good with the studies, I feel. Maybe because of some reasons of my families. That's okay. But then somehow I made sure I want to learn more and I have to change my place. So I, from Kasargod, where I born and brought up, I came to Mangalore and I focused on my studies. I stayed with my parents, like shifting from there. And then yeah, then everything went well. Like degree was good. I did my MCom. Then in my final semester, I met my husband.
Okay.
Then we decided to get married. After that, they found that this girl, why she's into this lecturing? She's so good with the mehendi. She's an artist. Let her do like what she likes to do.
Right.
Like follow her
your
passion. So I was not at all a person who does makeup. I was like, I was not applying powder or anything on my
On
face. Yeah.
yourself. Oh.
Yeah, till now, I'm not a person who will do makeup on like self makeup every day. Only on the occasion where I have to present myself, I do my makeup.
Oh, this is new.
Never. You have seen me other days. If you come, you know how I present myself. But yeah, so but yeah, makeup is not bad. It's always good when you do it yourself on presentable day. But every day, maybe I'm not comfortable carrying the makeup, so
It's a personal choice.
yeah. So I was not at all into this. I had no idea what is foundation, what is compact. No idea.
You have to teach this to me, okay, today. And for all of viewers, later you will have to teach this.
Yeah. Then quick makeover I'll show you.
Yeah.
Okay, so coming into the makeup field was like very new to me, and when I learned the makeup, when I hold the brush, then it just
happened.
Yeah. I never knew I was.
So there was no going back from there.
Yes.
Then
always.
the journey just kept moving forward.
Correct. Yes.
Very nice, very nice. So yeah, okay. Then you were after you were married, you found out that you were going to have twins. It's not just one child. You were like blessed with two of them.
Correct.
So was it scary, or how did it change? It was like overnight, and now you have like two
Yeah,
babies.
I had never thought of those things, especially like my sister-in-law was at home. She was just done with her second baby. So my mother-in-law is that time she was 74 years.
Oh.
So she was like she was somehow able to manage her grandchild with my sister-in-law. So somehow she was about to done with that, and suddenly my pregnancy test came, and she was happy that I'm pregnant. Then one day after work, I had some like things to go and check because I was not feeling good. And we came to know that it's twins. Like fully shocked. Me and my husband, when we saw it, was like twin A, twin B. The report was showing like that. Twin A, twin B. Again, twin A, twin B. Why it is written twin A, twin B? We had no idea. Yeah. And we asked our doctor, gynecologist. She was like, "Oh, you are having twins." What is this? Like suddenly one bomb.
Yeah.
Okay.
You were not ready for
it. Yeah. Then. Yeah, I still remember telling my mom, my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law was like, "What is this? One child is only so difficult, and now two child. Oh God!" Then she was happy, like realizing once it was very shocking for everyone.
Right.
But then somehow.
So there are two angels in your life now, and then how did you feel like growing up? Parenthood and that motherhood.
See, frankly, if I tell, in the beginning days when just my I got delivery, I was like no sleep, no idea what is going on in and around. I was fully like into in my like with my kids, and I don't know what is happening around. Okay. And there is one thing called brain fog. Okay. Okay.
Like postpartum.
Yeah. And I used to cry. I don't know why. Maybe that postpartum depression was there. Hormones changes, and feeding all the time. For 6 months, I was not that maybe happy, maybe depressed, maybe the hormonal changes. But after that, I was like, after 3 months, it was fine. Like I made myself take some time for myself, take kids like little more time, and made them sleep for some time, because small baby, you can't
Yeah,
tell what's
yeah,
happening.
yeah.
So to make themselves like to be with them and to understand what's going on, it took like 3 months to understand what is going on with my kid.
Oh,
Okay, what is the time they will get up, what is
correct,
the
correct.
time they
To
will
understand their
routine, yeah, and
their
once
needs.
needs, yeah, that
It's
only
new,
took like
new
a
for
new,
you.
yeah, that was there.
And I'm
for
sure your
her.
husband was very supportive.
Yeah, he was there, he was always there with me.
Yeah.
And yeah, whenever I was taking time to sleep, he was the one who's taking care
the
of kids.
children.
Yeah. And
That's
also my mom was there, even my mother-in-law was visiting me. So
you had support from
support from
family.
family,
Otherwise,
yeah,
it
yes.
wouldn't have been very easy to
Never,
raise
yeah.
twins.
Twins,
No?
yeah, of course.
And now, like, they're so naughty and very smart. They take after their mother.
Yeah, they know that I am busy and they will give me time to
Oh,
work.
is it?
It's like, if you ask my kids, like, where is your mom? She'll be like, makeup. She went for makeup. So she knows that I am busy. I have a busy schedule. She will come back and I can give some time to them. So she will give time for me to work, finish everything,
Yeah.
patiently waiting for me. And then, yeah.
Good, good. So, were there any occasions when you had a shoot or you had a client meeting and then your kids coming and
Yeah,
happens?
Yeah, because I stay in the same house where my studio and house is there. So they will come. They have to make some, like, they have to comment something.
Yeah.
And my clients also, they will also
They understand
that you in between, if it is a very serious talk is going on, then I'll tell them that
you'll meet them later.
yeah.
Okay. Has there been an occasion where your daughters have put on makeup without you knowing and broke some lipsticks or paintbrush?
That's why I wanted to do the studio
Separately.
I don't want it to be a freelancer, because one or the other thing, no. Even after taking care, like locking the room, anything, no. Once my daughter Prarthana, she took my MAC lipstick and she was like continuously, I don't know how they came to know about the application of the lipstick, and she was continuously applying. When I saw that, I was like mad at her. I was like, oh, because it's expensive and it was new also.
Okay.
So after that, I told my husband, I want a studio place, please. Somehow you find some space. I can't keep my makeup and the home in the same place.
Correct. So you try to now maintain that private and your professional life separately.
Correct.
So that is nice, no? So after you opened your studio, did you ever feel like things were not going right, or in your career you obviously have ups and downs, right? So I have seen you start from home and now you have a studio and now you have academy where you take in a lot of students. So have you ever felt the downs bothering you, or did you ever feel like, okay, I need to end this and maybe give time to my children?
Sometime I feel like that, because she's growing up. She needs more attention with that education. Sometimes I feel that, but when I have took the decision of the studio, I have to somehow survive, right? So I am trying my best to give her time, as well as I'm giving time for my profession too. So my husband, he will come with some solution and he'll make me feel comfortable.
Good.
And no pressurizing me or my daughter for education or the profession. So everything is going
smoothly.
Well.
Yeah, and you're happy about it.
Yeah.
So when you ever feel low or tired after, let's say, a very busy wedding season, you're just not able to, rest. What is your best way to, do self-care on yourself? Like, do you have self-care days, first of all?
Yeah, after the studio, or maybe after the classes what I attended in Delhi, then I felt like I have to concentrate more on myself. Before going there also, I started doing skincare seriously and some diets. some workout.
Okay.
And
So you're
yeah,
focusing on your health.
yeah, but whatever it is, if I focus more on my health or myself, my my professional routine will
Get
go
affected.
affected sometime.
Okay.
Because I can't manage like myself and the profession. I can manage my family and profession, but not myself, because I give more importance to my schedule. Okay, if I am
So
not,
the priority is always family, profession, and then yourself.
then myself,
If there is little time left, then you will take
All
care
right,
of
yeah,
yourself. Okay.
but yeah, I feel like now for my age I have to take care of myself.
And that is, I
So-
think, a message for all the viewers also.
Mm.
We need to, take time out for ourselves and then focus on our health, focus on our, most
Yeah,
importantly, it is health.
yeah, because
And mental health also.
Of
Very
course,
important.
always.
As mothers also, I feel it's very difficult. There are so many things to manage, and people or the society expect women to be able to do it all. Like superwomen. I know we've been blessed with a lot of power and strength, but sometimes you want to take that time out for
Correct,
yourself, right?
So for that, I usually try to give some time for myself during some meditation
Oh, okay.
or some
Yoga must also like help. a lot.
more than yoga. I try to do like weightlifting
Good.
only if I have like 1 month, one gap, then I'll focus again
Then back to
the profession.
Yeah.
Because managing as a freelancer was easier for me, but being an entrepreneur or the
Managing a full-time
managing
studio.
full-time studio with others is little challenging.
Correct,
So
correct.
that challenge is still there.
You're yet to figure it out.
Yeah.
So I think, see, that's what, no, now I know what you are facing. Because when I look at you, or it's very similar, no? When we look at someone else, we think that they have figured it out. Everything is very nice and perfect in their lives. But only when you talk to them, you realize, okay, no, we are all sailing in the same boat.
Correct.
That's nice. So you have two daughters. एक से बढ़कर एक. Always though. So how are they as twins? Like, do they fight, or do they, love each other a lot? Are they a team against you? How are they together?
They fight with each other most
Okay.
of the time.
No,
But,
naturally, how siblings do.
naturally, yeah, correct. But
Mm.
when I am not there, when they are together with doing some task, then my elder daughter will take care of, elder in the sense 1 minute elder, they're twins.
Yeah.
She will take care of the
Younger
other
one.
one. Yeah. If
Okay.
they are going somewhere, she'll be like keeping eye on her.
Okay.
Where is Prarthana? Where is Prarthana? Okay, she's good.
Good.
Then
So-
she will do her.
So she has that responsibility for her
Responsibility,
younger
yeah.
sister.
Always.
Okay.
Yeah, she's there.
And how are they individually?
Individually, Prerna, she's more like a tomboy. She wants to play, like go around.
Very
and,
sporty, adventurous.
sporty, yeah, adventurous. Yeah,
Wants to explore everything.
yeah, correct.
Okay.
She wants to explore everything, and messy. And the other one is quite opposite. She's more neat.
Oh.
She wants everything
Organized.
perfect, organized, clean. Yeah, everything on time. Getting
Okay.
up, getting ready. So both are like opposite.
And they don't influence each other.
No.
No.
Both are fraternal twins, so they look also different only. Even if I tell twins, they are different in their, like, even the face cut or hair. One is having curly hair, one is having straight hair.
Oh.
Both are very, very different.
So do they expect you to buy them similar clothes? Have you like styled them like that growing up?
Not them. Actually, I am the one who want them to wear same dress.
You want them to match,
Yeah, my
but they don't like it.
it's all about the comfort. Like my daughter, she don't like all the synthetic clothes, because I only made them to wear cotton from younger
yeah.
age. So she's like hung home to thigh home, she's itching everywhere. So they want comfort first.
Correct.
So I try my best to find always the
Most
comfortable dress,
Yeah.
and then
Got it. So you have your own studio, right?
Yes.
And in that studio, you have also started your makeup academy,
Yes.
where you are training a lot of students to become makeup artists just like you. So, how has that experience been, and what kind of trainings do you provide?
So I usually teach them the makeup, especially which is more relevant for the humid, like Mangalore weather.
Okay.
That
Very
is more, yeah,
important.
very important. So
Yes.
I'm into that. I'm teaching makeup, which is not like more trending. Trending is there, but still, which is more long
Practical.
lasting, practical and long
Yeah.
lasting. Yeah. And then the advanced hairstyles, which will be taught by Harshita, my
Okay.
partner, my friend. And the draping part, where it comes to the draping part, I want like neat, nice, and how to make one person look the best with the sari.
Correct, correct.
For all the
I have experienced this. I was worried about my kasu sari, and then I was so comfortable in it. So I get where you're coming from.
Yes, and also about the jewelry hacks, where you can adjust, reuse the jewelry. Okay, all those ideas. And
Indian jugaad.
yeah, jugaad. So I am more into teaching about the bridal makeover. With that, I teach other makeup stuff, like which is related to the ad shoot,
Okay.
editorials, fashion show, fantasy makeup, or SFX makeup. Yeah, if someone is interested in that, they can do that too. So I did my fantasy makeup look for my convocation day.
Oh.
It was a mermaid look, where I
Wow.
did like a crown. I prepared the crown. I prepared the costume. So I am more passionate about doing something different. Yeah. So I tell my students always to do something different, and not like traditional shoots I provide with the with my academy classes. But when it comes to the convocation, do something different.
So
And, yeah.
these are all certificate courses.
Certificate
and
courses.
You'll give them your certificate at the end.
Yes.
And for what duration? How long do they undergo training?
It's about the 60 days, but
Okay.
that 60 days might take 3 months or 4 months, because I want to give the experience working with me as a team.
So when you take up clients, they go on site with you and
Yes.
experience the real work.
Yes, real work. Because without realizing the work stress what we face during the training, they will not understand that seriousness, how much they have to be attentive, how much they have to be fast to finish the work at the given time.
Correct.
So,
and you should also be very smart enough to decide in that moment how to take, solve a problem.
Yes.
So all that practical experiences also you give them.
Yeah.
I think so that is what we do at Vikasit Vidya as well. We provide practical training programs, right?
Correct.
Because skills are what matter the most in today's time, because you need to apply your knowledge in real life.
Yeah.
So
It's not only about the training what we provide, but when it comes to the practical thing, you have to apply the skills what you have developed during the training session.
Correct. So do you also follow this for your children? Like, do you give them practical trainings and or expose them to things that are beyond school?
Yes. I usually like I'm into that. Like I want them to learn other skills too, not only the academics, but like swimming. Recently I made my daughter to join in horse class.
Oh, horse riding. Very nice.
Singing, dancing, and they will have the extra curriculum in the school also, right? So
you encourage them to join all of this. Very, very good. Because I have, this is my personal experience, something I want to share, and like a thank you to my mother. So as a child, I was always busy. Like she would always enroll me in a lot of classes, expose me to a lot of I don't know, activities, I should say. I have always been busy with this. Apart from school, I would always have extracurricular classes every single day. And my teacher was telling me, like as a child, apparently I would complain to her that I have this class today, I have that class today, I'm very tired. So, as I grew up, what I realized is if my mother had not trained me or my mother had not encouraged me to attend all these classes,
Yes.
I wouldn't be so talented today.
Correct.
It's naturally you should identify the talents of a child and then help them nourish
Nurture,
or nurture that. Exactly. So it's only when parents can guide their children in the right direction do we manage to achieve something in life.
Correct.
So that is very important, I think, for mothers to help their children.
Yes,
in
help them
this, yeah.
children to develop skills also.
Correct.
Like from childhood only, it's better. Later, if you want them to do some dance or singing song or something, some other skills than the school things,
Yeah.
it's very difficult for them to get them trained, right?
At a young age, it is easy for them to learn.
yeah.
Correct.
I am actually making her to all these things because I want her to, like, once she will tell I want to become a chef. She's good with the cooking, she says. Sometimes like horse riding. Sometimes like I'm good with. She was very interested in this gymnastic.
Oh.
She used to do that always at night.
Cartwheels.
Cartwheels.
Okay.
Yeah, even now she tries to do. So I'm like, now the classes are not there, it seems.
Okay.
So I'm trying to find that. Let her
Explore that
also.
also.
Yeah, more.
Very nice. Priyanka, I have always wanted to learn self makeup, and especially if I'm getting a chance to learn from you, then nothing like it. So just
Sure.
like me, I'm pretty sure a lot of other working women want to understand how to do very simple and easy makeup that they can put on before going for functions or before going to work.
Yes.
With very simple products that they readily have.
Yes. Sure.
So can you teach us how to do that?
Yeah, sure. Let's go. I'm going to show a makeup tutorial where there will be a minimal makeup products with a minimal time. Okay? So first, after the cleansing part, you can use a toner which can be applied with a cotton. Wipe it on your face, especially on your open pores. And I will be using a moisturizer which is called Embroilis. With skin prep, you will have to apply a lip balm too. So I'm using the Laneige. Apply and keep it before the makeup. I'm going to use a color corrector. This is from Simply Nam. I'm going to mix with a Glowish by Huda Beauty concealer. After mixing the color corrector and concealer, you can apply directly with your fingers and blend, or you can use a concealer brush too. Now anything extra you have applied, don't worry, you can blend it with the beauty blender. So to get the minimal coverage, you can either go for the foundation or you can use any skin tint. Now I am using Quench skin tint. Now take a compact. Fill your eyebrows with the eyebrow pencil. Now same pencil you can use on your eyelids too. Same you can apply on your waterline. So I'm curling my eyelashes. You can use any cream eyeshadow stick which is having champagne shine on that. Now it's time for blush. So always people do mistakes when they are applying blush. So it's always recommended to apply somewhere on your cheekbones, okay, not down. If you want to give face a bit of snatched look, you can apply a little bit of bronzer. Remove your lip balm and use a lip pencil. Now you can apply any lipsticks on your own choice. Hold your entire look with the setting spray.
Next, we will move on to another fun segment which we always play. It's called Unfiltered with Vikasit. So it's a rapid fire round where I will quickly ask you questions and you have to give quick answers. Okay. I'll start. Okay. Early morning makeup or late night makeup?
Early morning makeup.
Oh. Which is your favorite makeup look? Nude, soft glam or dewy?
Soft glam.
One makeup trend that you secretly hate?
The glass skin makeup.
Like the
Korean, huh?
Okay. Doing everything all by yourself or asking for help?
for health.
So next you will have to tell me whether the situation is a red flag or a green flag. Okay. Your client gives you full creative freedom.
Green flag.
Okay. Someone compares your price with others.
Always red flag.
Your client's asking you to copy someone else's style that is not your signature style.
Red. Always.
Your brides return all hair accessories and jewelry very neatly.
Always green flag. Green.
So you expect all this from a client.
Correct.
So one concluding question I had for you. What is the difference between a beautician and a makeup artist? Are they the same? Because I have seen that we end up interchanging these words.
Correct.
So
Beauticians are more skilled with the skin knowledge, hair knowledge.
Okay.
They are into doing treatments for the skin, and they are good with the eyebrow shape or something related to the skin directly. Yeah,
Okay.
and the hair. But when it comes to the makeup artist, it's all about the art, how they make someone look good with the makeup. There is nothing related to like styling the hair or maybe any treatment related things.
got it. So
to
a
learn in
beautician
makeup.
will have a parlor or a salon,
Yeah,
and makeup artist will have a makeup studio.
studio. Yeah,
So that is the primary difference.
Correct.
So I can't come to you and ask you to
do some
do
facial or
that.
waxing because we don't provide that.
that service. Got it. So I think this is going to clarify a lot of doubts people
Doubts.
have.
Yes.
Nice. So to conclude, do you have one final message for all the fellow makeup artists?
Okay. So I understand being a makeup artist is not that easy. We have to sacrifice a lot of things into that, but only to follow our passion, right? So if you have passion, you should have equally the patience to give your best and show your best to your client. If you are being consistent with that, then that is what you are earning more than the
money
things,
that
money comes to you. So I always insist, do your best, give your best to your clients, give your best to yourself too when it comes to learning more, and keep your consistency the same from the beginning to whatever you are achieving in the future.
That was a very beautiful message. Thank you so much. And this is also something for other mothers, something that you would want to say?
Mothers, I always see my clients telling that who comes with their kids and they want to do the Sharada Jalli from me. They always tell, even I wanted to learn this, even I wanted to learn that. So all the mothers who really wants to do this, follow the passion, you do it right now. Like you follow your passion when you want to really do it, because later on, I don't want you to regret or feel like I would have done this, that. So it's better you follow your passion right now and not regret later.
There is no right time or age.
Yeah.
At any age?
At any age. Yes.
Yeah. You have to follow your passion and achieve your dreams.
Dreams, yes.
It was a wonderful conversation with you, Priyanka. I truly enjoyed talking to you. I hope you did too.
Yeah, sure.
So, like this on the Vikasit Way, we recognize and identify coastal talent who have achieved a lot in their journeys in their careers. And to give you a token of gratitude and respect, our nutrition partner Achal Cashews has given a hamper. So please accept this from us. So here's a hamper that Achal Cashews has beautifully curated for you to give you more energy in your journey.
Thank you so much. Very cute.
Yes.
Thank you.
If you like this episode, do hit the like button, drop in your comments and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Vikasit Vidya. Your host, Swati Baliga, signing off.